Hey, what's up guys? Dr. Jeremy Landry with Kansas City Laser Like Lipo. I'm going to talk about the VITAVORE Diet today. And if you watched really any video on our YouTube channel, you've probably heard me say at least once how much I dislike diets, because all diets, or 99.99% of all diets, are designed to fail from the very beginning. And the simple premise behind this is that they're all very restrictive. Maybe some of them want you to eat 500 calories per day. Some don't want you to go over 1,000 calories per day. A lot of them tell you to cut out certain food groups. For example, keto is telling you to get rid of most of your carbohydrates to force your body to burn fat. And this may work really well in the short term, but in the long run, it's very hard to follow and almost nobody can stick with it. And other diets that tell you to cut out fats altogether or to go really low fat, it's nonsense. Your body needs those essential fats. Your hormone production needs fats. All of your cells in your body are made of fat. So you need those good fats. Others tell you to cut out fruit altogether, and the list goes on. And sometimes you can maintain this for a short period of time or maybe a long period of time, but eventually you go back to normal eating, and what happens? The weight piles right back on again. So the VITAVORE Diet, this was designed by my good friend and CEO of Solutions for Natural Clinical Health, Dr. Wallace Nelson. He created this diet or lifestyle change that just focuses on common sense. And that's what this really boils down to. This is not really a diet, it's just a lifestyle change, and you're eating the food that's been designed for us to eat. So he'll even say himself, this is not revolutionary, this is just common sense. So I want to walk through this. I have fallen in love with this eating plan because with the VITAVORE Diet, you don't have to measure your food, you don't have to count calories, you can eat until you're absolutely full, and when you're hungry, you eat again. It's really as simple as that. And Dr. Wallace Nelson will say himself, I challenge you to gain any weight doing this eating protocol. Don't measure, don't weigh, don't count calories, but we still challenge you to try to gain weight on this. It's darn near impossible. So let's walk through this. We've had a lot of questions in our practice over the past couple of weeks since this has been launched on what it is and how it works. And already, so it's been going about 3 weeks now. Average patients are losing anywhere from about 9 to 15 to 16 pounds just over the first 17 days. So let's walk through this. So with the VITAVORE Diet or lifestyle change, there are 4 main groups. And the first group is going to be the gold group. And this is called the Super 17. And the Super 17 are 17 of the most nutrient-dense foods that are found on planet Earth. These are foods that you should try to incorporate into each meal of the day. So for breakfast, lunch, dinner, or snacks in between, you want to try to incorporate these. So I'm going to read through these real quick. Things like wild-caught Alaskan salmon, spinach, kale, all types of berries, avocados, mushrooms, real butter, like grass-fed butter. My favorite is Kerrygold brand. Some people like to use ghee butter, but just make sure you're using like real grass-fed butter. Red meat, but you want to make sure that it's grass-fed. There's a big difference between grass-fed or free range versus feedlot. All right, so go for the grass-fed. And you can also do things like bison. Costco has awesome bison, or other types of wild game. So those red meats can be very, very beneficial, despite what your cardiologist or the American Heart Association has been preaching for years. So if you're eating feedlot cattle coming from a slaughterhouse, probably stay away from it. Real yogurt, so as in plain yogurt, you don't need all the Yoplait that has all the added sugar and artificial sweeteners in there. Different types of kiwi fruit, bone broth, organic eggs, fermented cabbage such as sauerkraut or kimchi, coconut oil, onions, shallots, broccoli, and sprouts. So those 17 foods are literally the most nutrient-dense foods found on planet Earth. So you want to try to incorporate those into each meal of the day. And then the rest of this, it's kind of like a stoplight. So there's a green group, a yellow group, and a red group. The green group is called abundance. And this group, it's almost as good as the gold group, just not as nutrient dense, but still really good for you. This is going to be the raw nuts and seeds, all your other vegetables, all the other types of fruits, organic poultry, so just basically good, clean chicken, organic, non-pasteurized whole dairy, wild-caught seafood. Seafood's great. Just make sure that it's always wild caught, and try to go for seafood that's not high in heavy metals such as mercury. Olive oil, avocado oil, grapeseed oil, water, tea, organic coffee, and for sweetener, use stevia. It's all natural. You're not going to hurt yourself with it. It's not going to mess with your physiology or your metabolism. So the abundance group and the gold group, that should be 80% of your daily diet. So basically your lean protein, your fruits, your vegetables, your good fats, that should be 80% of your daily diet. And if you do that, you will not overeat. Again, don't count calories, don't weigh anything, just eat those real foods. Now the moderation group, that's the yellow group. This is going to be all of your whole grains. So things like brown rice, whole wheat pasta, quinoa, sweet potatoes, also beans and legumes, organic peanut butter, organic pasteurized dairy, alcohol to a moderate intake. So maybe don't drink the whole bottle of wine at night, but have a glass or two. There's some good health benefits. And natural sweeteners like honey, agave, organic maple syrup, etc. So the moderation group, that yellow group, should be about 20% of your daily diet. So 80% is the gold group and the green group. And then the yellow group, it's 20% of the daily diet. And the red group, it's called the lifeless 5. And these are the common sense ones that we know to stay away from. But unfortunately, with our culture in the United States, that's where most people hang out. And that's why the obesity rate is 40% of adults in the United States are obese, and 71+% of adults are overweight in the United States. So here's why. Refined sugars. This is going to be like table sugar or any type of added sugar that's found in food. In fact, 76% of everything sold at the grocery store has added sugar in there. So make sure you learn how to read the labels on the backs of the boxes. Refined grains. This will be like your bad carbs. White rice, white pasta, white potatoes, white bread. It does nothing for you. It tastes yummy, but the second it's digested, it converts into sugar, which then raises insulin levels, which is a fat storage hormone, and you start shoving more fat into your fat cells. And then artificial sweeteners, so the yellow packet, the blue packet, the pink packet, stay away from that stuff, and the bad fats. So things like trans fats and hydrogenated oils like vegetable oil, canola oil. Replace it with the avocado oil, extra virgin olive oil. Use something that's actually really good for you. And that's literally what the VITAVORE diet is. It's not really a diet. It's just a lifestyle change. And you're eating the foods that we know we should be eating, just doing it in the right proportions where you don't have to measure counts or worry about how much food you're actually eating. So it's really, really easy to follow. Now, I have one more video with this VITAVORE series, and it's called the VITAVORE 17-Day Reset. And I encourage you to watch that video. I highly encourage all of our patients who are doing the VITAVORE meal plan, and this is something you want to do the rest of your life. Just eat these foods. Yes, you're going to slip up and cheat. That's okay. We all do it. But to the best of your ability, always follow the percentages that I gave you with these 4 groups. But the 17-day VITAVORE reset, for 17 days, this is a way that you can get your body incredibly healthy in a short amount of time, really start to balance out hormones, kind of restructure your physiology back to where it was. Because as you diet every year, and the average female diets 8 times per year, every time you diet, you are wrecking your physiology, you are wrecking your metabolism. So in 17 days, we have an incredible way to really rebalance the body, get that weight off. Like I mentioned, average patients are 9 to 15 plus pounds in 17 days. Just by eating good, healthy food. So the website for that is www.vitavorereset.com. So go there, watch that video. I encourage you to do that first. And then after that 17 days, follow the VITAVORE diet or the VITAVORE lifestyle. If you guys have any questions, be sure to call the number on the screen. Be sure to check out our website for more information. We are happy to answer questions. We want to get as many people started on this as possible and away from all the crap food that we eat on a daily basis, things coming from a box, bag, can, or a drive-through window. And be sure to like this video and check out all the other videos on the YouTube channel. We work really hard at putting these together, getting great health information out there that's backed by research, science, and not to mention all the technology we use in our practice being backed by research, a lot of science, and FDA clearances. So until next time, Thank you for watching the video. Check out the 17-day reset video. Again, check it out, vitavorereset.com. We'll talk to you soon.